EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present second round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Moving into the second round of the Web.com Tour, final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals, and Frank, you can feel the pressure building.
You certainly can, Rich, and I expect that we're going to see more of what we saw yesterday, which is some fearless golf, and these guys are playing for a PGA Tour card, and they're not backing down.
Action continues at the 7th. Frank, sometimes steady can win the day, especially over 4 rounds.
Yeah, too often we look at a player's best or their worst, but we forget what they normally play like. This is a really good testament to the ability of the player.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Well, not in contention, but in for par. TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole.
Frank, we haven't seen a whole lot of that, but no doubt it feels good. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, narrow entryway to this green here at the 9th. Short shot, but kind of difficult.
Yeah, don't want to get too aggressive here. You miss the green on the left, that bunker there, very difficult to get it up and down. And of course, there's the 2 little pop bunkers on the right side.
And he's made the green. Just 5 feet left. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday, made a bogey. Just misses. Oh, man.
Just
makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. And he has it.
a good putt redeems all.
Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for two that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left. It's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk.
Has it. Good putt right there. Missed cut. What happened, Frank?
Just not good enough. That's the easy way. Way too many shots out there, especially for that caliber of play. So put it in the memory banks, move forward, better days ahead.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Now to the 11th hole, as we pick up with our featured golfer. Has not been a stellar performance to this point, but Frank, not too bad.
When you consider 4-round events, Rich, you're going to have a period where there's a little lull. As long as you can minimize the damage over the course of 4 days, it turns out all right. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is, when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Makeable putt right here, current number. So with that, the score is now at even par. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th.
Should be safely on deck.
A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
And things are starting to tighten up right now. We'll see where the next move comes from.
And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard cutter, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Locked in on the read and the speed. Very well done. Almost made it.
yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Stays at 1 under with that par. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. It's second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. All right, Frank, time to play a little pitch and putt right now. Good chance with a good shot here to make a 4.
Yeah, holes like this is where small ball can beat big ball.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. And who knows, it is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, it's narrow. It's shorter. It requires a better shot.
And it makes the green in regulation. It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday, this time for birdie. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13. So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. With that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, double par here, time to pick up and move on. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or coming over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
This is the second shot at the par 4.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
These putts keep the round together. That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Frank, disappointing couple of rounds there.
And consequently a miscut. No chance of playing in the weekend, but there's more than one tournament ahead.